Brazilian President Lula da Silva had sought to keep his country's presidency of the G20 focused on social issues and sustainable development, things like his global alliance against hunger and poverty. But the wars in the Middle East and Ukraine have overshadowed this summit, even escalated during it, with US President Joe Biden changing a long-held US policy to allow Ukraine to use American long-range missiles to fire into Russia, and that causing the Kremlin to lower its threshold for using nuclear weapons. I spoke to South African President Cyril Ramaphosa about these developments, and he told me they were very concerning all round.
The issue of utilization of nuclear, it's something that must be seen as calamitous for all of us in the world, and also the increased threat of utilizing long-range missiles and so forth. So it just means that this conflict is escalating to a very dangerous level, and it therefore requires cool heads, because we've been calling for a settlement of that conflict through negotiations, and we think negotiation is the only way out to resolve this conflict. And I've said to both presidents, both President Putin and Zelensky, that all conflicts end in either winning, defeat, or negotiation. And we've got to choose the best way out. And I've always said that the best way out is to negotiate, where sit around the table and find a solution that will accommodate the interests and the concerns that all parties have. And we as South Africa still hope and wish and want to work for the attainment of peace in that area, and also negotiations.
President Ramaphosa also assured me that the incoming US President Donald Trump would be making his first visit to the African continent next year.
I think we'll have a good summit in South Africa with the participation of the United States, and also with President Donald Trump coming to South Africa. I've already invited him for a state visit, and we look forward to welcoming him and all other global leaders.
But having Donald Trump in the White House could make it harder for South Africa's presidency of the G20, given his famously isolationist approach to foreign policy. Kate Fisher, SABC News, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.